Hey, oh, oh, guys, it feels like it's been forever. Probably because it has been. But welcome back, guys. Welcome back. All right. Yes, indeed. G Funky Boxing with another episode of Boxing First. Appreciate you guys sticking it out with me. It has been what, 4 months since the last time that I was on here live with you guys. And it seems like a lot longer than that to me, that's for sure. But once again, guys, I want to thank you all for sticking it out with me here. Because things have been pretty busy, which is why I haven't been on. And it's been a good busy, it hasn't been anything crazy keeping me from coming on here and talking boxing with you guys. But I do have to start committing more time to coming on. Let me do a real quick um, sound check, guys, because I had all kind of issues just setting up the show. I wanted to go live like 2 hours ago, but everything has changed here on StreamYard. Uh, I'm not running on the paid version of it anymore because I just haven't been using it. So yeah, they're not allowing you to do jack shit on here when you're on the free plan. So give me a second. I want to make sure that I'm running through the right mic. All right, sounds good to me. So, yeah, man, 2026, man, 2025 just flew by, man. Absolutely flew by. I don't even know where the time went. But we're now in the first month, 2026. And guys, this is approaching in a couple of months 16 years of G Funky Boxing here on YouTube, guys. 16 years, man. 2010, I first decided to turn the camera on and start talking boxing with you crazy knuckleheads. And it's been a hell of a ride, but we'll have something more special on that day when it comes. But I just want to throw that out there, man. 16 years doesn't even sound right. Doesn't even sound real to me. Uh, but yeah, guys. So if you see the title, right, we got a few topics here we're going to talk about tonight. We will be joined here shortly by our good friend from Warwick Boxing Podcast, Joseph Heron. He'll be joining us here maybe in about 15 minutes or so. But while I'm right here rolling solo tonight, the first topic that you see in the title of this live stream, Sacramento Boxing on the big stage. Yes, guys, indeed. Okay, let's start off with Zuffa Boxing, Dana White's first show. Zuffa Boxing 1, I believe is what they're calling it. Looks like he's doing the UFC thing where he, puts numbers on each show that he does. So the inaugural show will feature on the main card my main man from Sacramento, California, just like myself, Sugar Cane Sandoval, that is. Let's give him a hand, guys. Again, he worked his way up to get onto the big stage. And, we're all really proud of him here in the capital city. Cane Sandoval, he comes from the same area of Sacramento that I do, which is the South area. Except he's about 20 years younger than me. It's hard to say, but yeah, I am 20 years older than these guys. But yeah, he's been signed to 360 for a couple years now. And from what it looks like they're kind of merging 360 is, there looks like their stable is going to be merged over to Zuffa Boxing. Then you see some guys on the undercard, like I seen Cashflow Diaz, who was a top ranked guy. Top rank. Boy, I don't know what the hell they're doing these days. They still don't have a TV date. Unbelievable. But it looks like their guy Cashflow Diaz will be on that card as well. But again, Cane Sandoval, is a kid that I met late 2022 at a Thompson boxing card here in Sacramento, California, where he got I believe it was a first round KO because the guy quit in the corner after the first round, didn't want to fight anymore. So he got the win that night. And, I'd seen a couple videos of him prior to that fight, and he's really the main reason why I decided to, get my press pass for that show and to go up there and see him fight. And as soon as his fight was over, he was, walking around in the crowd with, he's looking for, his family members and his friends that were there. So I just, grabbed him, pulled him aside right there and said, "Hey man, let's do an interview real quick." And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." So we went ahead and, hold on guys. We went ahead and, did the interview right there on the spot. And, he's a good kid, man. He really is a good kid. I've been in the gym with him a couple of times, watched him train and stuff like that. I was there at a behind the scenes shoot when they were doing, like a video promo on, he was headlining one of those 360 cards. I think it was like 2023, I want to say, or 2024. And his years are flying by so fast that I just, can't remember which. But anyways, we're all excited to see him on this very first card with Zuffa Boxing representing our city. So it's just really cool, man, to see that. So, all right, guys, it is now time to welcome my co-host of the evening for More Week Boxing, Joseph Heron.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
Good. It's, I'm glad to be back. It's been 4 months, man, since I've been on. So
I know it's crazy, man. It's
yep.
crazy. But so what did I miss? Catch me up, brother. I know, and like a pendejo, I was waiting, man, for your text, and I'm like, yeah,
it's all
yeah,
good, man.
I'm smart like that.
No, I was just talking about the guys from my neck of the woods that are going to be on the big stage tomorrow night. I wanted to get that out the way real quick so we could talk about the other things going on currently. But yeah, like I said, guys, King Sandoval, he will be fighting. He'll be the opening bout on the main card for Zuffa Boxing tomorrow night, guys. Yes, he's taking on a guy who they say is his toughest challenge to date, in Julian Rodriguez. Now, like, I've only seen the guy fight once last year. And it looks like he's been very inactive, man, for the past like few years. He's only fighting like once a year or something like that. So Kane, one thing about Kane is that he's been very active since he's been signed with 360, now Zuffa. And so I feel like that's something that could help him. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to break this thing down, guys, because flat out, I'm rooting for the kid. I want him to win. I know him. So there is no breaking down of the fight. But that's just one thing that I noticed, is that, he's been very inactive while Kane's been very active. So, and then also he's moving up in weight. Kane was fighting for a few years now at 140 pounds. And I know that it was hard for him to make that weight. Like Joseph would say, he was a biscuit away from welterweight.
Welterweight. Yeah.
So he decided to jump up. Now he's at 100. This fight, he weighed in 144.5 pounds. So he looks good, man. To me, he looks like he's in really good shape. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out tomorrow night. Paramount Plus main card. My guy King Sandoval will be opening up the card. And then real quickly again, guys, I want to talk about the other guy that is fighting tomorrow from my neck of the woods. Frankie Espinoza will be fighting on DAZN Friday night on a Paco Presents card down in Long Beach, California. This will be his second professional bout, guys. And he's fighting at middleweight. He came in looking real shredded, 158 pounds. He's ready to rock, man. And he's a good kid. He's only 20 years old. He's already, he's a very accomplished amateur. And we're all excited here, man, in Sacramento for this kid. A lot of people that I talk to they're all like, yeah, man, we're all looking at Frank, waiting for him to bring home some gold, maybe in a couple of years. So he's got the the amateur pedigree. And again, he's going to be on DAZN tomorrow night, guys, at 8:00 Pacific time. So give my guys a look. All right, don't show them some love. Go over and check them out. And I know Frankie's going to put on a good show. And Kane Sandoval, he's always exciting when he fights, man. So make sure that you guys show my guys some love. All right, and one more time, give him a hand. Kane Sandoval and Frankie Espinoza, man. My guys will be getting it on tomorrow night. All right.
That's exciting, man. Exciting, brother.
Yes, man.
And you look, I'll be honest, man. It kind of irks me. Why 360 never featured Kane in Sacramento?
Oh, tell me about it, dude. Now I don't know if it's ever going to happen with Dana White, but you never know. I mean, I know this. I know this to be true right now, especially now that I'm working in the boxing community here, that the MMA world it's much more popular here than boxing, unfortunately, right now.
Yeah.
So if if Dana White attaches his name to a boxing event, maybe that might draw some of those fans, to come out and watch a show here. But, we'll see, man. I have my doubts on whether this will happen or not. I did hear that he was going to be fighting on this card. I think it was like back in October. Some sources here in the city told me about it. So they told me not to say anything. So it was kept real tight, Joe. I mean, they didn't come out with this card until what, last week? They announced it.
Yep. So last week.
Yeah. And I had a feeling it was coming soon, because like I was seeing these training videos of Kane. He looked really, really good. Like he was like, in that peak part of his training camp. So I'm like, man, there's got to be a date coming up. There's got to be an announcement coming real soon,
Yeah, I was like, you know what, man? Look, I'll be honest. They're going to keep things for the most of the year, maybe even for the entire first year at the Apex, which is their little broom closet of an auditorium at the UFC compound, right, in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if they catch on and their names start becoming bigger attractions, then he's going to start ferrying it across the country and selling tickets.
Yeah.
But look, with only 12 events per year, this is going to be a product that's geared primarily for TV audience, like the Contender Series, right?
Indeed, man. So,
look, there's some good fighters. I was a bit surprised.
Yeah,
I was a bit surprised when I saw that Jayo Pataya signed with Dana White and Zuffa Boxing. And look, it's so much for his words. So once again, he's proven himself to be a boxing promoter, because he lies. Right? There's so much for not. Oh, we're not even going to recognize the titles. Yeah, good luck signing fighters.
Yep. But look, the funny thing is, it looks like he's letting Jai fight for some belts. So go ahead, though.
That's what I'm saying. So much for him not recognizing the titles. Of course, Jayo Pataya is a champion. He wants to defend his titles, and he eventually wants to unify the weight division with the winner of David Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez. And look, Dana White's going to have to realize, hey, you know what, mother ever? If you want me to stay being one of the best talents, if not the best talent on your roster, then you work for me, not the other way around, Baldy. You work for me, man. And ultimately we both work for the fans who love title opportunities. Once again, I'm going to quote Evander Holyfield in one of the very first interviews that we ever did. He said this: hey, if belts don't matter, why do I always seem to make more money when one's around my waist? Cannot
Yeah.
beat the champ.
No, the real deal was right on the money with that one, man. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this, man. I just wish it wasn't on the same day as Frankie, but it is what it is, man. They're both fighting on
Oh, guys,
major
also,
platforms, so that's
my
good.
boy Adam, our boy Adam Lopez, Montequilla is going to be on there. He is currently training Guillermo Gutierrez.
Really? I seen
Yep,
him weigh.
he's fighting
Okay.
Floyd Diaz. Yeah, Guillermo's I've known him since he was an amateur. He's a
Beautiful.
very, very good fighter.
Yes, I seen that. I think that might be the last bout of the prelims.
It is. It is.
Yes,
It's the last bout
yes.
before the prelims.
Excellent, guys. So, yeah, again, I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of things to say about Dana and what he's been doing leading up to this event. But at the end of the day, man, we gotta give him his opportunity, man, to see what he can do with this thing.
Yeah, because look, no one else is doing a better job, a good job, not even a decent job in the American market.
Yeah,
We have no TV dates. At least he's got a TV deal that has a decent outrage. That's a lot more than 600,000 or 600,000 subscribers.
Very true indeed.
And
Yeah.
you can't even reach 1 million people in this country. Yeah, you're not going to reach very many people. You're not going to do well. You're not going to succeed. Look, and so with over 80 million subscribers worldwide, you better support him. If you like boxing, you'd better support him. You better support your beloved pastime. Not this other crap where you hear idiots on other platforms. Hey, it's a crap product, yo. I ain't gonna support Showtime. I ain't gonna support Al Heyman. Either you're a fan of boxing or you're not. Once again, guys, it's about the fighters and the fights.
Indeed, man. So before I move on, though, I do want to get into these other topics with Joseph here, but I want to say this for all of the subscribers here that are watching that are from Sacramento. Make sure that you stop by Maya's Cantina tomorrow night, guys. Okay. Yes. We're doing an official watch party for Frankie's fight there. They are a sponsor of his. So make sure you guys show up. It's free to get in. Okay. There is no cover charge. Just come, hang out, get some drinks, get some food, whatever it may be, guys. We're expecting people to show up like around 7. First fight starts at 8 on the zone. 455 Burkett Drive in Sacramento, California, 95811. If you guys want to head out there, I'll be there, as well as some other pro fighters from the city will be there as well. So come hang out with us, guys. All right, it'll be a good time.
Woo-woo! Let's do this right, man.
Yes, sir.
Get busy living or get busy dying or get busy hanging out at Maya's Cantina, the heart of Sacramento.
From San Guatanejo. Yes, sir. I'm back, Teach, and I appreciate you being here, man. I know it's been a long time, but I'll be committing to at least once a week, man, to come on here live and talk some boxing with you guys. I will be doing content, though. I'm going to be making more videos probably than live shows these days, so be on the lookout for the videos, guys. Kamikaze is here as well, man. A longtime supporter of the channel.
Hey, Kamikaze.
Yes.
How you doing?
Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get into the presser today for King Ryan Garcia versus El Azteca.
El Azteca.
Mario Barrios.
Mario Barrios.
Yes, thank you, Lupe. For the WBC welterweight championship of the world, guys, next month, February 21st. A lot of people pissed off that Ryan Garcia gets to come off of a loss and step right in to get a world title. Joseph, what do you say to that, my friend?
Well, look, brother, don't cry if you can't spell tickets.
Right.
Don't cry if you can't sell tickets. Because
Mhm.
Virgil Ortiz, this fight would have already happened with Boots Ennis if he or Boots could sell tickets.
Yes,
Guys,
indeed.
look. And I told G this before the show. Ryan is his popularity is shocking, and it's head scratching because he's a doofus and he
Yes, he
sounds
is.
like a punk. He doesn't represent the sport well. He's not a great ambassador. He's a disrespectful punk. But I hope he wins by knockout. Because let me tell you, outside the theater, there were hundreds of people waiting for him after the press conference to
Mhm.
get his autograph and to get a picture with him. That's
Yep.
what boxing needs. And since oh boy, it pains me to say this, after the Gervonta Tank Davis debacle, who is still at
Oh.
large, by the way,
Hmm.
we need all the big attractions to rise up and do something. So forgive me, Mario. I love you and your family, but I hope Ryan knocks you the F out, brother. Take one for the team, brother. Take one for the team, for the health of the sport. Come on, brother.
Oh man. Yeah, that's Joseph's right, man. The guy, Ryan Garcia, like it or not, man, the kid's a rock star. You know, he draws fans, he draws ratings, and yeah, that's what boxing needs, man, to uh bring us into this next generation coming up, man. Um there are some guys that I should say this. There are guys that are more talented currently than Ryan, but again, like Joseph said, if you can't move the needle, if you can't put asses in seats, then it doesn't mean nothing, man. It just doesn't, you know? It's just like the music business, right? Joseph
Yeah.
and I are musicians, right? And we could tell you right now, we could name 100 different bands or artists that are better than some of the most top selling artists of all time. More talented, they write much better music. But again, if no one wants to come see him, then it is what it is, you know? And that's exactly how it is in boxing, guys. It doesn't matter whatever it is about you, the fans like, they come, they spend money on you. That's what pays the bills at the end of the day, man. So Ryan Garcia, yes, it would be a shot of adrenaline if he was to become a world champion next
Yep.
month by defeating
Yep.
Mario Barrios in Las Vegas. Excuse me, Joe, take over for a second.
Yeah, I got you, man. Hey, look, once again, oh my gosh, and it really pains me to say this about Gervonta Tank Davis. My goodness. But yes, after that, Canelo's on his way out. He's got 2 more fights left, max.
Right.
And they're going to be taking place in Riyadh. Tank Davis, who has mainstream Jews criticize him, like him or not, he's his career's done. He's going to the Huzgau, right? And so who do we have left in the American market besides Ryan Garcia?
Yeah. Jake Paul, I guess.
Oh, no. Look, like him or not, but Jake Paul's sidelined for at least a year.
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half. So what do we have? Come on. So, guys, uncharacteristically. Now, once again, I truly don't care, and I don't view fights this way. I don't care who wins or loses. But for the health of the sport, come on, Ryan. Come on. Woo, woo, yes.
And you see our buddy Kamikaze agrees. He agrees, and he's right on the money, man.
Okay, quoting Dumb and Dumber, he could totally redeem himself.
What a classic movie that is, man.
Oh,
I
man.
swear, every time I see that movie, there's a piece in there that is like written as a joke, and I noticed it for the first time, man. What a great movie.
It's that brilliant. It's that brilliant. That's a movie you see about 15, 20 times. And yes, you notice something new each and every time.
Indeed, man. Indeed. So
it's just genius. That was the Farrelly brothers. That was their crown. That was their gem. That was their That was their crown jewel right there. That oh
Is-
my gosh. And look, let's be honest, Kingpin was really funny as well with
oh
Bill
yeah.
Murray. But guys, let's go back to boxing. Look, Chief Funky, I know everyone, including the fans of Devin Haney. They think he's a cheater. They've already deemed him and labeled him as a cheater. Look, if you want to hate on someone right now, direct it to Gervonta Davis. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Ryan Garcia, for the health of the sport, man, we need a big time knockout. Oh, and I just got a text from our friend, Double T Thomas Triber. He just landed in San Antonio.
Oh, excellent, man. Yeah, he was there in Vegas today, right? For the
Yeah, in fact, this is what a terrible ambassador Ryan is. And the only reason why people put up with it is because the boy sells tickets. Someone needs to teach this to Rick Mirrigan and Virgil Ortiz.
and we'll be talking about that later.
Yep. But look, guys. This is what you're like. The WBC. He paid girls to come in and hold cards. WBC. Turki Al-Sheikh did not want to allow it. He doesn't want to recognize any other belts besides the ring. He and Dana are both that way. They understand it's going to take time to wean people off the titles, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, he didn't want that. Ryan said, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yep.
This
And-
guy is paying him 10 million rock. And he's basically flipping him off, giving him the one gun salute, saying, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. And you know, it's one thing to piss off the guy who's paying the bills, right, and paying you all that money, Turki Al-Sheikh. And you know, you mentioned Devin Haney and his fans are labeling Ryan Garcia a cheater. I mean, hey, look, that's perfectly fine. Him and all five
don't buy tickets or pay-per-views.
Yeah, him and all 5 of his fans, they could ban Garcia. I don't I don't care. You know?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
That's what they could do. All right. So
I love it, man.
But you brought up Haney. I want to bring this up real quick, man. Since we did see Subriel Matias get knocked out by Dalton Smith in what was a fantastic 5-round fight. Let me ask you a question, Joseph.
Yep.
Subriel Matias, did he pop dirty for something? Did they catch him taking something?
Osterine, same thing.
That's it. Yes. That's the same thing that Ryan Garcia had when he whipped Devin Haney's ass. Yeah, you know, the excuses, they never end.
Oh gosh, guys, look, I'll be honest. I'm sick and tired of guys that think every time their fighter gets beat, they cry robbery or they cry cheat. And look, truth be known, your favorite fighter more than likely is doing that shit.
Yep. And guys,
look, it's a sad fact, guys.
It is.
If you're competing at the elite level, then yes, your favorite fighter is guilty of doing it.
Indeed, man. And
it's rampant. Once again, you know this how? Look at all the damn strength and conditioning coaches. Give me one elite level fighter that doesn't work with a strength and conditioning coach. The drug pushers of boxing.
And you know, from what I've been hearing too around the city recently, because I have been out, guys, and make sure you guys check out those videos that I've dropped recently with a couple of young prospects from Sacramento that'll be fighting in March. But yeah, as I've been going around the gyms and talking with these guys and talking with the fighters, and I've gone to several gyms here in the city. Yeah, Devin Haney's name came up quite a bit, man, and it was not in a good way. And yeah, I'll be looking to see what has been going on. But I've been hearing some things for quite some time now. But yeah, I just found that kind of funny.
Yeah, look, man, it's once again, guilty dog barks the loudest now, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Indeed, man. So yeah, Ryan, you know, he said that, you know, he's focused this time. You know, he doesn't want to have his third loss, you know, like, and look, these are all good things, right? These are all good things to hear. Now it's time to apply these things to your training camp and your life, you know, live the fighter's lifestyle. He says that he's, you know, close to 147 pounds already. I mean, look, that's good because we got about a month to go until this event. So, you know, most of the time these guys will, you know, the last couple weeks or so will work on cutting weight. You know, those last few pounds are always the hardest for these guys to get off. So look, that's a good thing, man. And I do believe if Ryan comes in focused, has an excellent training camp with no distractions, and has a good game plan, I do feel like he's got some advantages over Barrios, you know. So I do like his chances if he can, you know, keep things together during training camp, man. I do like his chances, Joseph.
Yeah, look, Mario Barrios, he will never be mistaken for any elite level fighter of any division.
Right.
And look, all Ryan has to do is get the most of himself in camp, and he wins this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Stays disciplined because he is the just much greater talent in the ring.
Yes.
In fact, it's shocking the natural athletic gifts this guy has. It's like, damn it, put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in the gym. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like today at the press conference. Well, what does he say? He says, "Oh well, it's a circus whenever you fight someone like Ryan Garcia." And he goes, "Yeah, and I'm the ringmaster." And he kind of smiles and goes, "Yeah, payaso." He is. He's a clown, guys, but he's a very popular clown.
Yeah, and you know, much like at least for me, much like Adrian Broner, I don't find Garcia to be very funny. You know, he tries to be funny. You know, he had the shirts. Oh, here's one for Joe Goosen. It says traitor on it, and you know, like I just don't find that funny. It's just kind of cheesy to me, and that's how I always kind of felt about Adrian Broner when he would try to go up there and trash talk his opponents and things like that. I just never really thought it was funny, and I feel the same way about Ryan. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things where like I just don't need the extra stuff to get excited for a fight. You know?
No, especially from a punk who doesn't even have pubic hair. Jeez. It's like, look, man, he's a foul-mouthed, snot-nosed punk. And
Yep.
he's very hard to like. But he's what we have. He is what we have. And until we get another big-time attraction here in the States, we are stuck with him. Because I promise you this, Teofimo Lopez isn't going to do it.
Yeah.
He's even worse in terms of trash talk.
Yep. It's cringy, man. A lot of the things that he says.
And Shakur were an embarrassment.
Yep.
He says, hey, you going to meet me room 40? Room 40? Room for these nuts? It's like, who says that? What happened to the days when our favorite prize fighters used to wear suits?
Yep.
And wouldn't cuss.
Yeah.
What happened to those days?
They're long gone, man. We need someone to bring it back. We'll see.
Punks who look like they just rolled out of bed.
Yeah, that's true, man. And you know, the sad thing with that's a good matchup, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, which is next Saturday. But I mean, style-wise, I don't think it's going to be a very good fight. You know, two counter punchers, but you know, Lopez, he does try to entertain the fans. You know, he goes in there and he, you know, he fights in a very athletic style. He tries to, you know, do a little showboating and get the fans excited while he's in there. You know, I think his style is definitely one of someone who should be a lot more popular than he is, but for whatever reason, he's not, you know? But again, that's up to you guys. You
Yep.
know, you guys got to start showing up to these events. You got to start, buying these events. I know everyone complains about the pay-per-views and everything, but I mean, if it's a fight that you've been asking for and it's a fight that you want, then, really there's no excuse to not get it unless you're just, having some financial issues or something. Then yeah, of course, save your money. But for me, that's the way I look at these pay-per-views, man. Like if it's a matchup that I want, if it happens to be land on DAZN as part of the regular subscription or wherever platform, then hey, that's great, But if it just happens to be where it ends up on pay-per-view and I got to pay a little extra for it, I'm willing to do that because it's a fight that I want to see.
And look, if you just want to see boxing at this level and you want to support the businesses and you don't feel like paying for it, but you want to support the business who are showing these pay-per-view events, go support those businesses. Go have dinner. Go have a couple drinks. Watch some boxing and teach those guys as a better ambassador than Ryan Garcia. Teach those guys everything you know. Talk to the fans in attendance.
Indeed.
Show them what you learn.
Nothing
And
wrong with that,
guys,
man.
go support your beloved boxing. We need all the support we can get because, damn it, I am sick and tired of these diehard fans consistently trashing the product and not paying a damn dime.
Yep. And speaking of paying dimes, let's move on to the next topic for the rest of the show. Right. The Virgil Ortiz and Golden Boy Promotions drama, man. Good Lord. I mean, I don't even know what to make of this right now. I want to say this real quick, Joseph, before we really sink our teeth into this. But back in 2021, when fights were still happening in the bubble, Virgil and Boots fought, I want to say it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks apart from each other. And, they were both still at 147 and they were both looking like, man, these two guys are going to be, the best fighters in this division at some point. And, I see the collision course happening, and that's a good thing. Promoters see it as well. And now it's their job. The promoter's job is to, build up that collision course to get it to the apex. And they say, okay, now is the time to strike. Now is the time to make this fight happen. This was all the way back in 2021 when I was talking about this potential matchup. And unfortunately, things happened with Virgil. He got sick, had some illnesses to fight off, and things kind of just whatever was built came crashing down from there. Now they're both at super welterweight. Virgil's had a few fights there. He's fought some good guys, beat him. Boots has had one fight. But look, in my opinion, guys, the fight is just not ready, especially for the amount of money that these guys want to make. We're hearing these guys are asking for close to $20 million combined purse for this fight to happen. That money is just not there for this fight. If that's what they're asking for, like that money is just not there, Joseph. Do you agree with that? You're on mute.
I'm sorry, brother. My apologies, man. It's absurd.
What's going on, Mark?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. So he has a 1 million guarantee per fight, and he's been making 2 million in his last several, right? He made 2 million for less than 2 rounds of work to batter Erickson Lubin.
Yep.
And now he thinks it's reasonable to request 7.5 million.
Unbelievable, man. How much did Boots get paid to fight Lima? Is that the guy who we fought?
3 million. So when you get paid inflated purses for soft touches, yeah, you're going to think, oh, $10 million, that's reasonable. If I got 3 million for that. That's the problem here, guys.
Huge
and it
problem.
Also doesn't help when you see non-ticket selling ass clowns like Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson get paid $9 million a piece for their fencing contest that they're going to have next Saturday.
Yeah, that fight is not going to be. I don't think it's going to be very entertaining. And yeah, like you said, they're both getting paid a lot of money for that fight. And same thing here, guys. Now look, the only way that we can get this fight in the near future is if Turkey jumps in and says, you know what, I want to buy the fight. But I don't know if that's going to happen because there was an offer before to make this fight happen. And,
Yep.
Boots and Eddie said no. You know what I'm saying? They said no. We want to become undisputed, right? This is what I remember them saying. So, hey, we'll see. But in order to get that kind of money for Virgil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis, the fight is gonna have to be built up again, man. It's gonna have to be built up. So
once again, fight the champions in the interim. The
Yeah.
problem is, unless Abbas Barral beats Xander Zayas, there's no way in Hades he steps in the ring with Boots Ennis or
Yeah.
Virgil Ortiz. No way.
Boy, and that's
So
another
for unification, I'm almost hoping that the Down syndrome Terrence Crawford wins.
the Dollar Tree Crawford.
Yep.
Yeah,
there it is.
and that's another issue that we had was Virgil possibly fighting Xander Zayas. Fans are coming on here talking about Xander's the A side because he has the belt, but look, his damn promoter doesn't even have a TV deal.
Yeah.
They're fighting, guys. That unification fight. Again, I want to say this again so it sinks in to everyone listening. That unification fight is going to be on the free version of Top Rank's app that comes with every smart TV, guys.
Yep.
It's called Top Rank Classics. It comes with every smart TV that you buy from the store. That's just, wow. That's all I can say. And it's really unbelievable that Top Rank doesn't have something by now, man. It's been what, half a year since their contract was up. So, boy.
Yeah, it's been since July.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, you might as well just put it on your YouTube page.
You probably get more people to watch it.
You would get more people to watch it.
Yeah. There would be much more people watching that shit on the YouTube channel. But let's get back to the Ortiz thing. We kind of drifted off a little bit. But okay, so Ortiz's manager, has came out and said some things about you guys don't have a TV deal, so we're looking to buy to get out of a contract with Golden Boy. Even though that's in the works from what we've heard. And it's probably going to get done pretty soon. And also they're saying that Oscar is not negotiating in good faith because of his Clapback Thursday videos, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why they would use that.
Think about what Oscar's reputation and the fan sentiment was for Oscar before he started doing Clapback Thursdays. Everyone they were ridiculing him.
Yep.
And that has a lot to do with Canelo having choice words for Oscar, their hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, whatever Canelo does, it's a good idea. Right? And so Clapback Thursdays have done actually a lot to improve brand awareness and fan sentiment for Oscar De La Hoya, the once heralded Golden Boy.
Yes. One of the biggest names. I don't know
what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, man. And I don't think
so that's the thing. Have you noticed this? Everyone's combing through the contract, the promotional contract between Virgil Ortiz, and thinking that they're Yeah, some kind of Harvard law attorney like Lou DiBella or Al Heyman. And they're not asking the right question. Why is this really happening?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this really happening? What's going on here? What is the real reason?
Yes. And yeah, it just to me it doesn't make a lot of sense, man. Because like we both stated, Virgil, great talent, hell of a fighter, but yeah, doesn't really have a whole lot of personality to get fans intrigued. Um, so I mean, what do you do? What do you do at this point? You break him out of his contract with Golden Boy, and take him where exactly? Like I don't know. I just don't understand it, man. I really don't. What do you say, Joe?
Well, look, the real situation is, once again, guys, 600,000 are all the subscribers that DAZN has in the American market.
Mm-hmm.
How many? Look, they've been around for what, 7-8 years now.
At least.
How
Yeah.
many attractions have they successfully built? And you can't say Ryan Garcia. He was famous and had a good following on social media before he ever fought there.
Yes, Canelo already big before he signed that deal with him, which was one of the worst contracts that I think I've ever seen. But yeah, he was already a huge name prior to that. So yeah, they invested, and I'm being nice when I say that, invested a lot of money in American talent, but they have yet to build any major star here in the
Not
American
one.
market.
And let's be frank. And look, Oscar knows this, which is why he is partnering with Al Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's partnering with Al Heyman, so he can start putting events on Amazon Prime. That's it, guys. And Rick Mirrigan doesn't want to, he wants that big person. He thinks the only way they're going to be able to see that kind of money with his client is that Virgil stays with Turkey Al Sheikh. Because let's be honest, ask yourself, why as Golden Boy, why the belabored negotiation with DAZN since October? Guys, from what I was told, they've been negotiating this since October, and they have a temporary deal in place, which is how they fought last weekend.
Yes.
But why the belabored negotiation? Because they know, hey, you know what? If I've got the biggest star, the dead zone right now, that's where you take careers to die. With the biggest star in the American market, now that Tank Davis has screwed the pooch, do I really want to put him on a platform that only has a subscriber base of 600,000? He'd be better off fighting on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. So Oscar's like, well, look, you're gonna have to give us more then, or if you want us to stay, because it's really not going to make any sense for us. We've got the biggest star now in the American market. Canelo's on his way out. Tank Davis is not near. Jake Paul wants to fight on Netflix. Why do you think Jake Paul wants to fight on Netflix?
Right. The big audience.
This is the real reason. Rick Mirrigan, he needs to know his role, stay in his lane, and shut the hell up.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't understand the move. I don't know what he's trying to act like. He's trying to outsmart everyone in the deal. I don't know, man. But
look, Virgil Ortiz is never going to enhance or increase his market value if he stays on the dead zone.
No.
Like, look how bad this looks for boxing. Now, all the fighters and all the promoters, pretty much all the big events in the American market take place on DAZN. How's it doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's an indictment. That's an indictment. Oh, you guys can't pull. Why the hell would we want to give you $100 million per year to create these events when look at the reaction, look at the response from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't have anything. You can't even surpass 1 million subscribers. Why would we want to give you anything? It's an indictment. And the longer you stay on DAZN, the worse you're going to be.
Unfortunately, yeah, man, they have not been able to grow that subscriber base here in the US. Now,
The only thing
globally,
they keep
a
doing,
lot
the
of
only thing that's increasing are their prices. That's it.
unbelievable too. Yeah, I can't believe that they decided to do that. But in the immortal words of Tony Soprano, what are you gonna do?
Oh man, dude.
I'm
Oh,
just,
dude.
I decided not to go with the the pay-per-view package that they're doing. I'll if I find one that I feel is worth me paying for, I'll pay for it. At this point, yeah, something's got to give, man. With the zone, it's a frustrating thing, man, to hear that they have not even built a million subscribers here in the US. And I still get this to this day when people ask me, there's a fight coming up. How do I watch it? I'm like, what's on the zone? Or what's the zone? Like,
I get that all the time at our events. Yep.
man, yeah, I've been getting that for at least 7 years now,
Yep.
Which is why we decided to do this watch party tomorrow night for Frankie's fight here in Sacramento, because a lot of people, again, they don't know what the zone is. They don't. And he's got a lot of fans here already, and he's only got one professional fight. Like, if you guys look, I put up his first fight on my channel. Again, it's only like 26 seconds, but when he's introduced, man, you could hear how loud it gets in there. Like, he sold a lot of tickets to that event. And again, a majority of those people, they don't know what the hell the zone is, unfortunately. you know So yeah, man, I think Oscar's doing the right thing, man, with not jumping the gun with re-upping with the zone. We'll see what they have pulled up, what they have, what kind of rabbit they pull out of the hat here, Joseph. What do you think is happening? If I could get you to pull out a crystal ball here, man.
Oh man, look, DAZN. It's Turkey Al-Sheikh owns 10% of it.
Yeah.
It's Turkey Al-Sheikh's toy. It's his baby. If he wants to continue going, paying exorbitant purses and staging these fights that are going to fall short of his expectation, hey, more power to you. Because right now, the only reason why boxing exists in America is because Turkey Al-Sheikh is allowing it.
Yep, a major part of it he controls, man.
He's the only reason why we're seeing any of these fights is because. But look, I'm trying to figure out why he's doing it. If he's actually giving Dana White the opportunity to, hey, push the reset button and let's start from scratch, why is he still paying these absurd purses to the main events? Like Duke Tiafimo, $9 million.
That's crazy,
Shakur
man.
Stevenson, $9 million. Holy shit! These guys aren't even worth $500,000.
If we're being honest, that's the truth, man. That is the truth.
Like I'm like, why do this? Or look at Deontay Wilder. That guy, he tested his market value. How did he fare? Look,
yeah,
these guys look. So, what's the best way to sit these entitled bitches down on the pine for good? You stop paying
them
these exorbitant purses. Yep.
Stop paying them.
They're
Stop
not going
overpaying
to want
them.
to take less.
Yep.
Is he just lining their pockets right now, putting on the best or making the best matchups? And then he's going to yank the rug out from under him, not pay him shit. Hey, you know what? You're going to get what we give you. That's it.
Yeah.
Or else you don't fight. Because I tell you what, I can feel it. That day is coming.
Yeah, and I try to engrave this in fighters' brains, the ones that I work with here that I know that are still in the early stages of their career. I try to tell them, do all you can to improve your brand. Do all you can for all your sponsors. Um, because you have to make yourself a star. You have to sell yourself. When we're trying to build these guys into attractions here in the city, in their hometown, which it should be easy doing it that way. And then we can expand out, in the future. But I'd say most of the time they get it when I say that. No, these guys. The reason why I'm saying that is because these guys they're not major attractions, man. They're just not.
Look, I
they're
was
good fighters, but
exaggerating,
they're
man.
not stars, man.
Look,
Go ahead,
I was
Joe.
exaggerating when I said 500,000, but my point is they're not worth getting those mammoth
9 million.
Nine.
Yeah.
Do you realize how much money that is? Guys, do you remember back when we used to call it the Mayweather sweepstakes?
Yeah.
The average person who won the life-changing money, the career high payday, on average, they only got paid $3 million.
Yeah.
That's what these guys expect for soft touches.
Yeah.
That's my point. Of course, dude, the market, you guys, and our boxing diehards, are they paying for these pay-per-views? Or are
Nope.
they stealing it online?
Yeah. Look at Shakur's, the fight that he had with De Los Santos. Stunk out the joint, left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. His next fight, same thing. People are walking out. Round 7. There's a mass exodus of
Real
fans.
bosses in boxing.
Right. Like you gotta be. You gotta be able to entertain the fans at the same time. If he wants to stink out the joint every time, look, that's his decision. But you can't expect fans to be foaming at the mouth and the next time to see him fight.
Yep.
That's
In
just not
my
going to happen,
opinion,
man.
And it's a terrible style matchup, guys. In my opinion, this is going to be a disaster. It's going to be a very uneventful fight. It's going to resemble watching paint dry.
It's gonna be bad, man. I don't think it's gonna be very entertaining.
That's why
man.
the undercard is really good. I love the matchups on the undercard. But look, how many times, and this is what made us fans, Chief Funky.
Appreciate that, Shoe Shine. Appreciate you, man.
This is. Hold on. Who are we as YouTubers to say what someone is worth? We're the real bosses of boxing,
Yeah, we pay for these events, man.
Like, do you think Shakur versus Teofimo is a pay-per-view fight? Do you know why it's on pay-per-view? Because these non-ticket selling bitches are charging too much money. That's why.
Yep. They want a lot of money, and that's exactly why it's on pay-per-view, man. It's the only way it could get done. And the promoters have already spilled the beans on that, man. So it's not like we're making this up, They've been saying it. They're like, hey, man, these guys, they want this amount of money. The only way we can make it work is if we put it on pay-per-view and make the fans pay extra.
That's why, guys. That's why Virgil Ortiz.
And we will be doing that. Don't worry. But we're talking about something different tonight. So,
well, we regularly talk about the X's and O's of boxing and break down fights.
Let me say,
we just told you why it's going to be boring.
Let me talk to Shoe Shine here real quick. Hey, Dave, are you going to be? Are you going to that fight? Do you have tickets? Let me know before we end. We're going to be ending here in a couple minutes. We usually do it 60 minutes. Let's see here. Was it, if you don't think it's worth it, don't buy it. I don't think
I've already purchased it. I purchased the DAZN premium package, so I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, look, we don't have that issue, man. We always try to support the sport, man. Like I think you're talking to the wrong guys saying these things, Mark Nash. We don't stream fights, we support the product, man, because we want it to be good,
Mark Nash, if you don't recognize the idea that paying out inflated purses, what it does to the health of the sport, then I'm sorry. That's why we're telling you these things.
And that's exactly why the U.S. market is in such bad shape as it is right now.
Because of paying out inflated purses. And who started this trend? The worst trend I've ever seen in my lifetime with boxing.
Yep.
Al Heyman started
Al Heyman, yeah.
And then Eddie Hearn continued it. And Turkey Al Sheikh just went nuts with it. And it's created these entitled bitches who want millions for soft touches and look like they're afraid to get hit and don't want to take any risks in the ring.
Yeah, don't want to entertain the fans.
It's terrible,
man.
A terrible product and just absolutely rotten for the health of the sport.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just ask you this, Mark Nash, because like I said, we're going to end here in a couple minutes. That Times Square card in New York last May, I mean, how much money did they pay these guys? Like Teofimo, I think got paid $10 million. David Haney, $10 million. Ryan Garcia, what did he get paid? I think he got paid more than that. That's a lot of damn money. And that card was one of the worst cards I think I've ever seen in my life. I've been watching boxing for over 30 years now, man. That was terrible. And they spent a ton of money making that fight or making those fights. That's not good, man. It's not good.
Performance against Arnold Barbosa, think that merits a $9 million payday against Shakur Stevenson? Another boring, no risk taking fighter? Like, honestly, guys, for the amount of money that they're trying to barter with, like, honestly, I want to see some blood. I want to see some guts. I want to see some action. I want to see some risk.
I want to see some drama. I think what's happening here, man, in recent years is I think most fight fans forget that, at the end of the day, we can dress this thing up as much as we want, but at the end of the day, boxing is a fist fight. That's all you're allowed to use in this thing to win the fight is your fist. So, yeah. If you want to make millions and millions of dollars, you better use those fists. All right.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to hear this. It's hit, not get hit. Well, let's see the hit. Let's see some hitting.
Yep. I can't stand that ignorant, just awful mentality. What happened? Like, dude, for that kind of money, I want to see Marquez versus Vasquez. I want to see Corrales versus Castillo. I want to see Gaddy Ward. I want to see Vargas Trinidad. Damn it.
There's a reason that network television has walked away from boxing. It's because of events like this, man. Like, and again, we'll bring up these two guys who we've been talking about the last few minutes, Tio and Shakur. Those guys were put on during the week of major events, right? I think one fight was De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson was on. There was a NASCAR event or something, and then one was on for the Super Bowl.
One in Vegas.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of people there, and I mean, they just were terrible fights.
Oh, and man! And
then the week of the Super Bowl. Yeah, the other one was on the week of the
Super Bowl, man.
Man.
What's his name? And he's fighting Keyshawn Davis on the undercard. What's his name?
Oh, Jermaine Ortiz.
Jermaine Ortiz. And that was one of the worst fights I've ever seen on ESPN. And I promise you, it didn't help Top Rank's case any for extending their contract. That's what I'm saying.
They used to keep the purses private, but they don't anymore. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I can't stand that also. It's like, dude, quit bragging about it. I don't want to hear about, I want that. I'm getting that bag. I don't want to hear it because then it's going to piss me off if I have to pay $100 for this damn pay-per-view and then you stink out the joint. It's going to piss me off.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping.
Look, here's our only bias on this show, Mark Nash. If it's bad for the health of the sport, I'm wholeheartedly against it.
Indeed.
And I'm sorry, but guys receiving inflated purses is bad for the health of the sport. This is why you have an ass clown like Rick Mirrigan and Virgil Ortiz thinking that they deserve more money. Okay, because
Yeah.
they see these ass clowns getting $9 million.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible, you know.
Well,
But
this should be, it skews the market.
but
Well,
well,
this should be, and look, we would, you remember all the fights we used to get on HBO and Showtime for free or regular subscriber?
yeah,
We should, this should be a regular HBO
yeah.
fight.
Shakur versus
And it's
Tio
on
would be
pay-per-view out of necessity because
yeah.
these assholes are demanding too much money.
Yep. A fight
And
between
unfortunately,
Teofimo
Turkey
Lopez.
is willing to pay for it.
Yep. A fight between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson 25 years ago would be the main event on HBO Championship Boxing, guys. It wouldn't sniff pay-per-view back then. It just wouldn't. And because back then they actually had much better matchups, man, on pay-per-view. Fights that fans were salivating over, you know, and this is not one of them, guys. Like, before we wrap it up, okay, we'll do a little quick X's and O's on that fight. And the reason why Joseph and I agree that it's not going to be very entertaining, right? Okay. Teofimo Lopez, very athletic, fast fighter, right? Shakur Stevenson, known for being defensive minded first over anything. Both counter punchers, right? So neither guy is going to want to take the lead.
That's right.
So we're going to have two guys, again, fencing in the middle of the ring or around the ring, probably for the first 4 rounds. And the book is this, right? The scouting report, I guess you should say. Shakur Stevenson is a guy. Last time we saw him in there with someone his size with some power. What did he do? He stayed the hell away all night long. And that's exactly what he's going up against here in Teofimo Lopez, a guy who is maybe a little bit naturally bigger than him, probably faster than him slightly. We know he hits hard. So what do you think Shakur's going to do, man? He's not going to take a risk, man.
He's a safety.
Not going to take a risk, man.
Fighter.
It's going to be a bad fight, man, because Teofimo, again, natural counterpuncher. If he's going to be the guy that come forward and try to cut the ring off, it's going to be a bad fight all night long.
No, I actually, Mark Nash is right. I really liked his performance against William Zepeda.
Yeah, and it was a good fight, but it's a completely different style matchup.
Different style matchup.
Completely different style matchup.
Terrible. This one is terrible.
Yeah, Zepeda is pressure, volume, gonna let the hands go. So there's a lot of opportunity there for Shakur to counter him when you're letting the hands go like that. Teofimo's not gonna do that.
Nope.
Teofimo's not gonna do that. So it's a completely different fight, man.
One that isn't worth $18 million. I'm sorry, and isn't worth on pay-per-view. It shouldn't be.
Yep. He's gonna take a page out of the playbook of Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, man.
Oh gosh,
that's what he's gonna do. We're gonna see De Los Santos 2.0, man.
Yeah, and look, on the ring they interviewed Jermaine Ortiz because he's going to be taking on Keyshawn Davis and go get his ass whooped too. But they interviewed him and said, who do you like in this fight? He said, Shakur. I really hope Teofimo has learned how to cut off the ring better because if he hasn't improved, he's going to have a lot of trouble that night.
It's going to be bad, man.
He said it bad. He's telling the truth. He's like, I really hope Teofimo has learned how to cut off the ring since my fight with him. Because that's the problem. He doesn't have a trainer that teaches that. It's like, it's not something that you can do overnight. In fact, some fighters never get it.
Yeah.
And you have to work behind the jab to take a lot of incoming when you're trying to close the distance. And then you've got to cut off the ring before you ever start stepping to your opponent aggressively. Yeah. Because if you don't, it'll look like you're just following a guy around beating you to the punch.
And the one thing too is, you know, if Shakur is going to take a page out of those guys' book, he's going to have to land a lot more punches than those guys did because keep in mind, Lopez beat both those guys, beat them both. So is he going to take that risk and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to fight him on the outside and throw one punch at a time and hope that the judges give me the fight? You know, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Keyshawn, we'll take a few questions here. Keyshawn, yeah, he's kind of all over the place, man.
Oh man.
It's sad, man, because he's a very good fighter.
Yeah.
But I don't know where his head's at, man. Crazy. After what he went through last year with that fight he was supposed to have with De Los Santos in his home city,
Oh man, that was terrible.
screwed the pooch, and then
Oh,
got into a
that's terrible.
fight with the
Yep.
guy the guy who beat his brother. Like, oh my gosh, man.
Look, the only fighter more disappointing last year for boxing, for the health of the sport, the only fighter more disappointing than Keyshawn Davis was Gervonta Davis.
Yes. Two Davises,
Because he
unbelievable.
really blew it on the big stage, Keyshawn. And
Yep.
I was gutted, man, because I was really pulling for him. He's starting to become a big ticket seller in
Yeah.
Virginia, and oh my
That place,
goodness.
when he beat, who was it, Lemos?
Yep.
When he beat Lemos,
Lemos.
hey, that place was rocking, man. It
Yep.
was full, it was rocking, and that's exactly what we love to see. You know, that's what we love to see. Fans showing up for the hometown guy.
Yeah, man.
Screaming at the top of their lungs, and then he
The
gives them what they
real
came there.
bosses of boxing
you know?
being excited for an American fighter.
That was a
Man.
thing of beauty, man. And then look what happens in their very next fight. Unbelievable, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And please don't call Cruz versus Murataya a good matchup.
No, that's kind of the same. It's almost the same as what we're talking about.
Worse. It's actually gonna be worse than Teofimo and Shakur because Murataya isn't nearly as athletically gifted. He can't do more. And he's a counterpuncher by trade. He's got some crack in his shot. But he's never been an effective aggressor. I don't even know if. I mean, gosh, it kills me, man. Why are these matchups being made?
And Andy Cruz is going to do the typical
number one contender. He's his mandatory challenger in the IBF.
Yeah, and Cruz is he's gonna box, man. He's gonna do the
Escuela
Cubana. Escuela Cubana will be on display Saturday night.
He's gonna force Murataya to take the lead because Cubans. Look at Erislandy Lara. Look at Guillermo Rigondeaux. Look, guys like who was the Terrence Crawford said it was his toughest fight. What was his name?
Was it Gamboa?
Yep, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Guys like David Morrell Jr. Those guys are anomalies. Cubans don't take the lead. They don't veer from the script. And you can't force them. Even if the Boo Birds come out, they will not take the lead. This is going to look. And poor Murataya is just going to be walking right into punches all night. He doesn't even know how to cut off those escape routes by putting his front foot on the outside of Andy Cruz's front foot. Setting up that straight right hand. He doesn't even know how to do that. And we saw this. He saw his deficiencies. This is why Eddie Hearn and Andy Cruz wanted this fight so desperately, because they saw how much trouble he had against Tevin Farmer. He looked terrible.
Yeah. Yep.
And guys, to let you know how much confidence Top Rank has in this assignment, Matchroom Sport won the purse bid for only $880,000.
Ouch. Well, I'll say this, at least they're not getting paid crazy money for the fight, but it's going to be bad for the fans. The optics are going to be bad.
Oh man,
we'll see, man.
I really feel for them. They're forced to put this fight in the fountain blue.
I feel like they're, Cruz. I'll say this about Andy Cruz, like, they're putting him in there with the right opponent, right? Yes, he's gonna, sit in the pocket, let the hands go a little bit more, try to hurt his guy. But in this particular matchup, like, he's not gonna do that, man. They know that if they can get Murataya to lose his patience and try to come forward and be the aggressor, that they're going to be able to set traps.
He's going to have to, and he's not
counterpunch him all night long, man.
Yep.
We'll see if he's willing, if he can stay patient. Maybe we can get a good chess match. I don't know. We'll see, man.
Oh man, in my opinion, this is going to look very awkward, and it may resemble Erislandy Lara versus Vanya Martirosyan at 54.
Oh, and that was a bad fight. Oh,
terrible. It ended with that nasty.
It was a cut
headbutt or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
First time was a headbutt. And I was actually looking forward to that fight, man.
Yeah, look, but there's some good matchups on that fight card. I'll tell you what card is looking really good. Not tomorrow night's, and once again, we'll be watching and pulling for your guy Kane.
Yes.
But I will say this: the Zuffa 2 card is looking real nice.
Real nice.
Have you heard what's on it? Because I just got a text from Thomas. Listen to this.
I heard Rayo is the
Rayo's
headliner.
going to be taking on Diego Torres. Listen to this. It gets better. Alexander Gvostic is going to be taking on Hot Rod Kalachik. And then, oh boy, the fight of the year candidate, Boachuk versus Butayev. At 104 pounds.
Oh, yes.
That's on Zuffa 2 next week.
That's gonna be a slugfest, guys. Wow.
And that's for Paramount Plus. That's for a lot less. Well, that's gonna be that's a great card right there, man.
Yep.
And it's on Paramount Plus. Come on, Dana. Let's go, baby.
That Butayev Boachuk. Wow. That's going to be fantastic, guys. Get your popcorn.
We'll see if Boachuk has anything left from that Brandon Adams ass whooping.
Yep. Get your popcorn ready, man, because that's going to be a fantastic matchup, man. So let's wrap this thing up, man. So anything you want to say, Joseph, before we cut this one?
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to that Zuffa 2. And honestly, my heart goes out to the team and Raymond Murataya. He's got no chance. Once again, he looks great when he gets aggressive-minded fighters who come at him like Nakatila. And he looked like absolute dog mess when he's forced to take the lead against guys like Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, I'll do some more. Matter of fact, when I end this thing, I'll watch some film. Maybe I'll come on again, tomorrow night or something and talk about it. But just been really busy. And again, like Joseph said, a couple of guys that I've been working with here that I know in the city. Frank Espinoza will be fighting tomorrow night on DAZN. Paco Presents, 8:00. And then, of course, the Zuffa Boxing on Paramount Plus. My guy King Sandoval is fighting on that card. Both guys from my city. I've interviewed both guys, done work with both guys. So I'm rooting for them to win. So I might, there's a good chance I probably won't get around to talking about Murataya and Cruz, but I will be watching it. So maybe I'll come on and talk about it after. But yeah, busy weekend for me, man. I'll be at the watch party for all my people out there watching right now, or will listen to this once it's over. If you're in the Sacramento area, please come out to Maya's Cantina in Sacramento, guys. That's where we'll be watching Frank Espinoza's fight tomorrow night, live on DAZN. So, all right, Joseph, we're going to wrap this thing up, man. Thank you guys for coming here. I know, again, I haven't been on in a really long time. But
can I say something first before you leave really quick?
Sure.
Guys, if you didn't see today's press conference, go check it out and you'll see what we mean by Ryan Garcia's he's a punk, foul-mouthed punk who should have more respect for guys who have done and know boxing, like Joe Goosen. The way he treated Joe was so unprofessional, and it was cringe. Okay, if he wants to carry the sport, he better clean up his act. Start learning some damn respect for guys who are in the Hall of Fame.
Indeed, man. Ryan, yeah, I talked about it earlier, so I don't want to continue to talk about it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you brought it up. My apologies, man.
No, it's all right. It's all right, man. That's your parting shots. And for me, again, thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate it. First live show in about 4 months. Last time Joseph and I came on was after the Canelo Crawford, which we both predicted right on the money.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, it's been a while, guys, since I've been on. So but I'll be coming on more often, man, to talk with you guys. So thanks a lot for joining me. Appreciate it. For Joseph Heron, this is G Funky Boxing. We're out here. Take care, guys.